Live, yes. Great. So, as I promised, I'm gonna bring you guys what is the what's not what's in the box. The Mini Z Kyosho. Okay, so this is what you guys see me play with all the time. That cool little car right there. Now, although this cool little car has a lot of good features for it, it's super dreadful when it comes to power. In fact, we tried it on that course, and you saw the tanks and all kinds of things. And we had Wilbur, the dog, the cutest dog, and he was able to get on the course no problem. But this thing was so underpowered that it really struggled. So let's find out why that is the case. So let's start by turning on a light because it feels like it's a little bit on the not so bright side here. Let's see. I think that'll probably fix it a little bit, maybe. I don't know. So, the culprit. Who was the culprit? This here motor is the culprit. And considering the price on this vehicle here, Kyosho really gave us the worst, the most unpopular, most ridiculously slow motor that you could possibly install in a vehicle anywhere. In fact, this right here is really cool. And if you guys are into anime, you probably saw the awesome anime series of this, Bakuseed, and there was another one, Dasha or Mini 4D, I don't know. In Italy, we had Mini 4VD, whatever. Anyway, I grew up on this stuff. But anyway, all that matters here is that this pathetic, ridiculous motor that they give you for the price is just super underpowered, and it was horrible. So what I did was I went ahead and got the Bandai. I took the motor basically that you see here, Hyper Baku Torque engine, whatever. It's this thing that you see right here. It also comes with very good lube because the Japanese make amazing grease. There we go. Just like the movie with John Travolta and stuff. Anyway, so I put these two elements here. Good grease. I did actually add a little bit of WD-40 as well, just to make it extra cool. And mounted that engine that you just saw me show you in the rear. You can kind of see it in there, which it looks really cool. Because this thing has a sort of a see-through, at least at an angle, it's kind of see-through. And so now, the car that was super underpowered and runs amazing Duracell, but couldn't do anything, now runs very smoothly. All right, so let's move this gimballet down so you guys can see this a little bit better, because we'll give you a little show and tell moment so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Gotta love it though. These products are really cool. So I'm hoping that maybe in the next version, Kyosho, which is one of the most loved brands that I love, even on low speed, I'm gonna put it on low speed, so I'm not cheating or anything. And then turning this on, and you will notice that this car now has a lot more pep to it. Wow, it's just really a whole lot better. And it has a beautiful servo in the front. That was not something that I messed with. It's still absolutely stock in the front. But as you can see here, now it has plenty of power. And we're going to bring it back to that cool little course that I have in the garage so that you guys can see how much better it performs under those circumstances. Anyhow, just so you guys, if you guys wanted to do this yourselves, I cannot recommend you do that because it voids your warranty. Now, if you don't really care about that because you're an experimentalist, is that a word? Tinkerer. Let's use Tinkerer. I think that's more commonly used. You could easily just pop this off, and I'm sure that it's not going to be easy to do because I'm doing it on camera. Oh, look at that. Even on camera. It makes me look smart for a second. I know that's hard to believe. Anyway, so for a second, all I had to do was remove, there's 2 screws, one here, one here. There is a lid to this that you can pop off. It obviously doesn't make a difference whether the lid is on or off because you saw how well this thing performs anyway, unless you crash it. If you crash it, then this motor could fall out of place, in which case, better to have the lid protector on. But, you know, this is just a... don't try this at home, kids. Always moment. But I just wanted you guys to see how easily this goes together. And all there is just this one screw. Once you remove this one screw, this bit comes off. It makes it very easy for you to then go right ahead and remove the motor. And number one hater of all RC cars and RC products is hair. Once it starts getting stuck in your motors, it ruins everything. That's also true for a lot of other things. Anyhow, so there you go. They've made it really easy for you to just grab your standard motor. And again, in those mini 4-wheel drive cars, I think they're called Dacia, whatever, the standard pinion on those is the same pinion that you can use for this car. However, if you decide to use the Bakuseed WGP, then the pinion that comes standard in this is smaller, so you have to take that out and put the original one back in. And then you will have a fantastic little RC car like what we have here. And remember, kids, and everyone else who may want to do this crazy thing, you want to shrink wrap your wires and make sure that they don't do what you've just seen me do here, because otherwise you could create a short and you'll have a very bad day, as they say at Rotor Riot. Anyway, I'm really thinking about getting a really cool Rotor Riot rig because I really wanted the Avada. I really wanted the Avada so badly, but they've made it, it's basically a loaded gun for the Karens to just bring that thing over to any of their court cases to tell people how, you know, you shouldn't fly drones. So I'm very disappointed with DJI. That one of the companies that I love the most, because again, you've seen me, it's probably the most flown on my channel. The DJI Mini 2 has been the most flown drone on the channel. And I love the company, but decisions, right? Anyway, so there we go. I've just shown you how to turn your Kyosho underpowered Mini Z Toyota 86. This is so cool. AE86. I love this thing. And now, hopefully I have not created a short. Let's turn the thing again to the low position and this back on. And no problem whatsoever. It is still great. But again, kids, adults, anyone trying to make these projects, do take care of your wires. Don't leave it the way it is because all kinds of reasons. Thanks for watching, guys, on this part. Now we're going to move on to one more thing that I'm planning to do. You all know that this is cool, and we're going to turn it like this so it's a good commercial for Kyosho and stuff. Because we do love Kyosho. We just wish they hadn't cheaped out on that motor. Okay, I'm going to show you something else, which is this plane here. Now, this plane here, I wish it would fly. I did all kinds of different things to it, including attach a helicopter, coaxial helicopter on here to try to get this to fly. Spoiler alert, it did not fly because the coaxial helicopter does not have enough power to lift this thing up. So I might decide to try to attach a FPV drone that is super powerful on this and see if that works. We'll see. But in the meantime, we're going to try to answer the $1 trillion question, which is, can you make something like this fly by using non-LiPo batteries, such as something like this, nickel metal hydride or whatever, and a very cheap rig. Now, as a very cheap rig, I think this might be an end cock, you know? I think that, I'm not sure if it was or not, but anyway, it was a really cool drift car that broke down and had some issues. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to recycle the awesome LEDs that it has on the bottom and possibly attach it to the Kyosho, because the Kyosho does not have any cool LEDs on the bottom. And so maybe it'd be pretty cool to have one of those on there. Oh, let me put this out here as well. This is so cool too. Unfortunately, most of these days I don't have a track to go to and try these on. It has amazing tires and stuff. Super fast. In fact, with that motor, now we've fixed the 8.6 for anybody who just showed up and was watching this bit and missed that bit out. Anyway, so we've got the crazy looking remote here. And back in the day, actually, I made this really cool 3D printed drift car wheels for the New Bright. And that was cool for a while too. Again, probably got like 1 like and 0 views on that video, maybe 1 view. But that was me. And the like was me too. Because nobody cares about 3D printing. I don't know. All right, so anyway, this right here is the good old Aeroscout Mini, Aeroscout Mini propeller and motor. This, on the other hand, is probably the one that came with the end cock. Again, this is also another thing that you can get, I think, off of eBay or Amazon. Pretty cool drift kit. It lasted. There's a couple of videos of us playing with these things, and it was cool. But we're recycling all of the cool electronics that came with the build, and we've done something crazy with it, as we always do. This is from one of the drones, this propeller, that I love so much, and I've done so many cool things with it, tests that I've run. Anyway, this mess of wires here is, we're going to make sure that those don't touch each other, because the battery, once it's connected up there, will allow us to do things that I can show you on the channel. Okay, let's see. So this is going to be the remote that we're going to use to operate this. And in the old days, they had 27 megahertz or 49 megahertz. And there was one more other frequency or so that they used a lot. Not anymore. Now we have better frequencies with the 2.4 gigahertz or whatever, something else that they use now, which allows you to run like a gazillion vehicles together without them interfering with each other. So that is more complicated for compatibility, but on the other hand, it's just so much better. So, okay, so here we go. Let's see if this even works. I'm going to attach a battery to this, and we will try to see if it runs at all. And I think it will. And then we're going to do some tests with the motors and see which motor is going to run better. Will it be the OMG? You can't even attach this together. Okay, so I'm going to lift this up for a second. I removed a bunch of the plastic. This was a New Bright motor. And so you can see that it works great. And this is going to be our turnage system. The PhDs are obviously going to get upset because that's not the correct word. But we want turnage. And so this is how it's going to be turnaging. Okay, so I got it backwards. So if I want to go right, it's going left. And if I want to go left, wait. Yeah, if I want to go left, it's reversed. Fantastic. Okay, so that's pretty easy to change. I just need to reverse the wires. Not a huge deal there, but at least we know that it runs. So that's good on that part. Now we have to find the wires that are these ones that we could attach to the motor to see if the motor will even begin to turn. And then we'll take this to the field and try to answer the trillion-dollar question, which is, can you make things fly with nickel metal hydride batteries? Not that you'd want to go back to that. But okay, so definitely works. It does not seem to spin very fast. So I doubt that is going to provide enough torque to, or power to lift anything at all. And once it's in the air, keep it in the air either. So that is not the greatest. Let's see what happens with this. And this could go terribly wrong. Ow. Wow, I did not realize how pointy some of these wires can be. They could, and they have, just poked me. Fingers of steel from all that Wing Chun practice. Failed. we should have my friend Charles here do this with his. He actually has proper iron trained fingers. These are not it. These are not it. Ladies and gents. And non-binary. Don't forget the non-binary. Everybody's invited to these shows. All right. So anyway, let's see. This should go in here. And I have no idea if this is going to start a fire or not. So, as I always tell everybody everywhere, don't try this at home, kids. This could be a terrible thing. Also because there's a capacitor on here, which I don't know. It says vent on it. So if you have something that you want to say, go ahead and vent. This is the time. Clearly, nothing's happened. Oh, it sort of wants to. But I guess the capacitor is stopping it from going. I don't know. Should I just rip off the capacitor? Whoa! Okay, now it works. Now it doesn't. Now it works, now it doesn't. Brilliant. It's the kind of technology that really makes you happy. Ooh, okay, that's good. So this provides you, obviously, with a whole lot more power than the Aero Scout Mini. Oh my gosh. The comments on here are going to be from all the amazing Aero Scout Mini fanboys out there who love that plane. But let's face it, it was great. But the technology is completely outdated. And although the motor is pretty cool, you're just noticing that a drift car has more power. Wow. So long as so long as the thing is connecting or contacting your local dealership. Okay, if the thing makes contact correctly on here, which is obviously not, it produces beautiful, amazing power. So when it fails, it does not. So anyway, there you go. There you go. So we can try to attach this to this bird and see what happens. I don't know if that's enough power, or we need a better propeller or a larger propeller. So many things that you can do. But at least we've got some kind of good things happening today. So that's pretty cool. We definitely know that the turnage will work because we've tested that out. And everything else, we need to get proper contacts, lenses as well, and do a range check. No. That's not it. We need to do not a range check. We need to do an eye focus test. We can always buy that Bates. It's a really good book. Teaches you how to focus your eyes. and improve your vision without going to the doctor. Anywho, so we've got good stuff going here. Will it fly? Will it not fly? That will be up to the PhDs to comment. I'm sure they have engineers and stuff will have a lot to say about how ridiculous this is. But hey, in the in the small chance that this fails, you'll have a good laugh. So there we have it. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for showing up. At least the first part of the video was quite accurate, because you can turn a Kyosho Toyota 86 into a better performing vehicle by doing one little thing, which is changing out the most pathetic little motor that has ever been created and that was provided with the vehicle, although the vehicle is very expensive online. Again, they have another Kyosho vehicle, which is for racing. This rig is not. It doesn't have proper suspension except in the front, although it is spring and not oiled fill shocks, which is pretty standard these days. But the cool thing about this, again, is it runs on nickel metal hydride, so you won't burn down your house. You can just grab these from your local Walmart, Target, or wherever you buy your batteries from. And yeah, you can still have a pretty good time with this, same as with this product here. It's very old school, guys. It's very old school. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. And let's not forget to give some great and amazing love to all the amazing channels in the back here, because we should, as well as Shongmei, D Domisol, Color Farm, and Excellent. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Hope you enjoy this video.